now we're going to move on to one of our new fun sections for this week because we can. It's the only week we can do this. This is going to be the playoff preview very quickly.
Oh, the playoff preview.
Yeah, and it's not going to be anything too crazy. Just wanted to very quickly discuss the options, the teams, the matchups, how we think that's going to play. And if you would mind grabbing some odds for us, that would be very, very helpful.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right, so I will just jump into it and start talking about the first game. First game that we have is going to be Tennessee versus Baltimore, and by first game, I'm looking at a bracket, like a March Madness looking bracket.
That's what I have here.
Okay, so
actually, I'd like to give a quick shout out. The New York Knicks were able to win in a big comeback win against the Utah Jazz. They are now 5-3.
If only you would have bet them at halftime.
And they're essentially playoff bound. But you can continue. Sorry.
So this is the game that one of the games that I'm gonna dub like the fraud bowl here. So,
what do you know about fraud bowls?
I think both teams, I don't trust either team at all. If we look through the Ravens' schedule, I have it pulled up in front of me. They beat the Browns 38-6 week 1, and obviously the Browns are a playoff team. I think the Browns are frauds as well, so I hate even counting that as a big win.
That last game against the Browns, that was a nice game, though.
I'll give it to them. They beat the Colts. Now
they're frauds if anybody. The Colts are frauds if anybody.
They lost to the they lost to the Titans. I mean, if you look through here, they lost to the Steelers. They did beat the Browns twice, but again, I think Browns are frauds. So they don't really.
Week 1 Browns too were a very different team than Browns now.
If you look through their schedule, they don't have a signature win, unless you want to call it the Colts. The Colts is their best win pretty easily.
The Colts are not a signature win, considering like 7 teams have beaten them.
Well, they beat the Packers, but they shouldn't have. I don't want to talk about that game. But they really, I mean, and if you want to say Washington's a playoff team, they beat them.
No,
I guess fair enough. But
I'm not taking.
I'm just going to say the Ravens don't have a signature win. I'm also concerned about Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's a very good quarterback. And, I mean, this isn't obviously not their first time playing the Titans. So I think the Titans are going to have their number a little bit. They beat them in the playoffs last year.
Easily.
It's a lot of it's going to come down to how good the defense plays, I think, and how many mistakes Tannehill makes.
He doesn't make them.
If he doesn't make mistakes, I think it's going to be very hard for them to beat the Titans. However, the Titans don't have a very good defense either, so that's why it makes it a little confusing. I mean, if you just want to compare schedules, they did lose to the Browns, the Titans, who were blown out twice by the Ravens.
That was a weird game, though.
I mean, and if you want to be, obviously they beat the Bills 42-16.
That's another weird game.
That's probably their signature win, I would say. I mean, they lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Browns. I don't think that they did beat the Colts as well. So they're a very up and down team. Got blown out by the Packers. I don't think either team is overly great. If I had to guess, I think that. I think personally that the Titans are going to win. I really wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. But do we have a line on this one?
The line, let me pull it up.
I'm not going to guess it. You can just tell me.
The line is 3.5-point favorites. Guess who it is?
Probably going to be the Titans, right?
Ravens.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, this might be a good money game. My money's on the Titans.
I agree with just about everything you said. The Titans, I feel like, will win it. I'm looking at the statistics of Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. His first game, 14 for 29, 194 yards. And he lost the next season, 31 for 59, 52%, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He just in the postseason he hasn't really shown up, and that's always been his big knock. Again, in the big game, he never shows up. And I've said this multiple. I said it even last week, or maybe last show. I'm not sure, but basically the Ravens take advantage of stupid football teams. Like when they beat the Browns,
that was kind of rude.
When they beat the Browns week 1, the Browns had I think 6 turnovers, and I think they had 2 of them within their own 10-yard line. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, geez, I'd hope you blow this team out. But Tannehill doesn't turn the ball over like an idiot.
That's usually a good thing.
Yeah,
you like to see
Derrick Henry has had 2,000 yards this season with 2 lost fumbles. So I don't see them making stupid mistakes, and I see the Tennessee Titans winning this game.
Oh, so you're taking the Titans as well?
Yeah.
I'm definitely cooking up some parlays in the lab that I'm excited about.
In the lab?
Yeah, in the lab.
I like the sound of that.
How about you tell us what you're thinking about the next game here, which is going to be Browns versus the Steelers. If you need me to go, I can go as well. But
You know, I don't have any faith in the Steelers. I don't have any faith at all. That being said, I don't have a ton of faith in the Browns either.
the Browns have no good wins, just for the record. They beat the Colts. I'd say that's their only good win.
Do the Steelers have any good wins?
The Steelers at least were 10-2. I mean, or 10-0 or 12-0. Sorry.
I mean, they did get blown out.
They
by
beat the Ravens. They have beat the Ravens. They have beat the Browns.
The Browns got blown out by the Steelers, but then beat them later that year. So it's gonna be weird. I think the Steelers are very, very cold right now.
They beat the Ravens twice.
Once was without Lamar, but I'm still saying that the Browns, I think, are gonna win. Baker's got an edge, or Baker has a lot more potential than I think Big Ben does at this point of his career. Last time I watched Big Ben play, he looked absolutely dreadful.
You didn't like what you saw?
Who was it against? It was a Thursday night game or Monday night. The other night we were watching. I can't remember.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
It was a couple games ago though, and he just looked absolutely dreadful. It's the one where it was against a horrible team. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to remember either.
I'll try pulling it up, but I have more faith in the Browns. I think that their running game is better. I think their passing game is better. I just don't think their defense is better. However, I think that Big Ben has been so bad as of late. It was the Bengals.
Oh, please take it easy on Big Ben.
I think Big Ben has been so bad as of late. Their bad defense doesn't really matter. He'll make the mistakes for them.
Ooh. Yeah, this is another one of those ones. So oddly enough, I don't feel very confident about any of the games really. I mean, a couple. Washington, obviously, but we'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, leave it to Tom Brady to get another bye in the first round.
So I'm gonna take the Steelers on this one. I think I feel pretty good about it too. I would be willing to put them in a parlay. I'm probably just gonna make a parlay with every game.
Ooh, big parlay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. I'm sure they're projected to win by at least 3.5.
Let me pull it up. They're in a list in a strange order. I gotta find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what. Here it is. It appears as if the Pittsburgh Steelers are the favorites. Can you guess by how many?
3.5.
6.
Really?
Yep.
Oh boy. I would take them straight. I would take the money line. I wouldn't want to. I mean,
I take the Browns straight up.
Oof, no, not me. That's not it for me. But I don't know. So the next game we have is going to be Bills, Colts. Again, with the Colts, I'm not too hyped about the Colts. I don't think they're all that great. I don't have much to say here. I don't think their defense is quite good enough that they're going to be able to stop Buffalo. And I think Buffalo's defense can kind of show up when it counts. I think Philip Rivers is going to make some very poor turnovers.
If there's one guy I had no faith in other than Big Ben, it'd be Philip Rivers.
Oh, come on.
This dude's just a disaster waiting to happen in the pocket. I agree with you with the Bills are going to win this one, primarily because Phil doesn't have much upside anymore, and Josh Allen has a lot of upside, and their defense is better. The one thing they got on the Bills is they have a better running game, but so has every single team the Bills has played this season, and they've won 13 games and lost 3. So their lack of a running game hasn't really affected them in many games, and I don't see it affect them in this game either. The Bills are favorited. Can you guess by how many?
I'm going to say by 5.
6.5. Taking the Bills.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right, I think. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bills as well. I think I'd probably be willing to put all these teams in a parlay so far.
It's such... Actually, cancel. Never mind. Never mind. I misread something.
Oh, all right. How about you tell us about... Washington?
You want me to talk about the Chiefs game?
They don't play.
Congrats on the $10 you won last week, by the way.
Me?
Betting on the Chiefs this upcoming week.
Oh, yeah.
The Buccaneers, Washington. The 4-seed Washington against the 5-seed Buccaneers. Buccaneers, first team in NFL history to get a first-round bye with the 5-seed. This isn't really worth talking about. Buccaneers are going to absolutely annihilate them.
Yeah, I agree. I think the quarterback is going to be a disaster. I'm assuming this line is going to be huge.
This line is, first off, this is tame compared to the Bills. Like the Bills were supposed to win by 6.5, which is technically 7, but the odds Tampa Bay is supposed to win by 8. That's really disrespectful to Tampa Bay. Or really respectful.
The only way that Tampa Bay has any kind of chance is if Washington can get really heavy pressure on Brady.
Which, if a team could, it probably would be them. But even Brady under pressure, there's no way he's worse than Alex Smith.
Tampa has a really good D-line as well. But
there's no way he's worse than Alex Smith.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa on this one. This is the funny thing is I feel outside. I think the game so far that I feel the worst about picking is going to be Titans-Baltimore.
That's a tough one.
I would probably leave that. I might leave that one off the parlay. I feel pretty good about all the other games.
Moving along. Saints Bears.
Oh, no Seahawks Rams?
Oh, you want to go to that one next? Seahawks Rams.
Seahawks Rams. It kind of depends who starts a quarterback for this one. A little bit. I know a lot of people don't care if it's Jared Goff or not because they don't think he adds anything.
No, it doesn't. Because even with Jared Goff, they're going to get destroyed.
The Seahawks are so up and down that it makes...
The Rams lost to the Jets. Yeah. With Goff. Talk about up and down.
Cooper Kupp's back. I mean...
He was there with the Jets.
This is going to be one I think I'm going to stay away from as well. I don't think I'd put money on this game, but I'm taking the Seahawks. I think that they're, I hate to say the better football team because McVay can out-coach people. He does a very good job on the coaching ends of things. They're just too both teams are, the problem is they're both wildly inconsistent and the offenses look terrible week to week. I mean, any given week. So I don't feel confident about this one, but I'm taking Seattle.
These two teams are the two teams where I see the record, and every time I'm like, how do they have that many wins? From these teams.
I mean, that's
I'm taking the Seahawks just because the Seahawks have lost quite a few recently. They haven't lost anybody at the Jets level. Because there are no teams at the Jets level, but they haven't lost in that.
That need to be said.
I'm taking the Seahawks. The final game, the Saints and Bears. Oh, I'm sorry. The spread, 3.5 points.
Probably for the Seattle, right?
For the Seahawks.
I would probably take Seattle, but I would not put money on this game. I don't think.
Moving along, the number 7 Bears against the number 2 Saints. I'm going to go out on a bold prediction.
Oh, how bold?
Bears are pulling the upset. I'm calling it now.
Geez.
Bears are pulling off the upset.
Oh, no way.
I called at the beginning of the season.
No way.
To toot my own horn, I called the 2,000-yard season for Derrick Henry, and I'm calling the Bears upset.
All right, so
I'm
expecting you to put money where your mouth is here.
If I remember to, I will.
How much money?
I'll put 10 on it.
Right now?
Well, let's pull up the phone. Actually, I need to see the odds.
That's first. A terrible bet. Oh, the Bears are probably projected to lose by at least 10. It's probably going to be like 11 and a half.
Projected by 10.
What?
The Bears are going to stun the Saints.
No, they are not.
Drew Brees is going to retire after that.
Who's going to do that? Rich Trubisky?
He's been running hot.
What's hot mean? They just got beat by the Packers badly.
He's been running hot. What's his name? Montgomery's been running hot. Mooney. We got Cole Kmet out there.
They got dominated last game by a playoff team.
This is the upset of the week. Where's the app?
No, it is not.
Here it is right here. Plus 400. I can win $50 if they win. I'm putting 10 on it right now.
Oh, that's a waste. You just threw money away. Not a chance.
Okay, I told the app to remember me and it didn't remember. Oh, no, it needs my fingerprint. Never mind.
I wouldn't take that at... I'm trying to think what it would take for me. Would I do that at 20-1? I don't even know if I'd do that at 20-1.
Well,
not see. A chance.
Not a chance.
I'm like getting my Lamar Ball swag up and not a chance.
Not a chance. Never been beat.
Saints never lost to the Bears.
It didn't do it. Here we go. 10.
Yeah, they're like, are you sure? You have to pass some kind of mental acuity test.
Bet placed. Straight bet. Chicago Bears. $10 at plus 400. Put me right there.
Well, remember the camera doesn't have automatic zoom. No, it doesn't have focus.
Well,
the focus is back here.
Just edit it in.
I can't. It's going to be blurred. The
focus
is
green
here.
Screen. Just green screen it in.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, my editing prowesses.
Yeah.
And we can talk about this on next week's show as we keep going here.
Next week we'll talk about how I was right on this bet.
Who are you projecting to win the whole thing? What's your Super Bowl? Who's playing against who in the Super Bowl? And we can update this every week. I just want to hear initial thoughts before anybody plays.
Whoever wins the Super Bowl is coming out of the AFC.
Just real quick, do Chiefs beat the Titans?
Do they play the Titans?
If they win, yes.
I thought they played the lowest seed.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say hypothetically the Browns
never mind. Sorry. I was looking at the bracket wrong. Never mind. Who do you think's playing in the Super Bowl?
No, that's what initially, never mind. I read it wrong. I'm like, how's this fair? The Chiefs play the Bills and the Bills win? I'm like, wait, no, hold on.
Who do you think they play?
So the AFC, it's either going to be the Chiefs or the Bills. Like, I have that set in stone in my head.
I don't think the Bills can beat the Chiefs, but that's
if
fair.
One team could beat the Chiefs, I think it's the Bills.
All right, that's fair.
Because they played one time in this season. It was in really bad rain, and it just turned into who could run the ball better. Everybody knows everyone could run the ball better than the Bills. So that one I don't really count as much of a loss. But I think if a team could win in a shootout against the Chiefs, it's the Bills. And I think if the Bills win, they're winning the Super Bowl.
So who are your? Oh boy, of course you do.
Whoever comes out of the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl. So it's either the Chiefs or the Bills are going to win it. But they're either going to go up. I'd say they're probably going to go up against.
I think
the Packers or the Bucks.
That was what I was going to say. I think it's Packers. Bucks.
It's going to be Packers, Bucks.
Saints have a chance too, though.
I don't think so. Packers, Bucks. They're going to get eliminated first round against either the Bills or the Chiefs. I think those are easily the top 4 teams.
I think it's Chiefs. It kind of depends. I think the Bucks can beat the Packers again. I don't like that at all.
Like I just watched the Bills beat the doors off of the Steelers.
I have a bad feeling it's going to be Chiefs Bucks, but we'll have to see. Chiefs Bucks or Chiefs Packers. That's how I see it. But it also could be Saints. But
I still think whoever comes out of the AFC is going to win, unless they get some like horrific injury in the Super Bowl and the people are like, "Oh, I told you so." But like, barring injury, Chiefs or Bills. I'd say it's a 60-40 for Chiefs. And I'd say about 60-40 for the Packers with the Bucks in there.
Who wins the Super Bowl?
Chiefs or Bills?
No. Okay.
Whoever comes out of the AFC, which I assume will be the Chiefs.
I'm just going to say Chiefs are going to win just by default because I don't feel strong enough to take any other stand logically.
Because, if the Bills could take down the Chiefs, or if I guess the Chiefs just wet the bed. But if not, it's gonna be the Chiefs.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today's show.
What a great show.
I would like to thank everyone again for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next Monday. We're gonna try to do a Monday, Wednesday kind of rotation here. We're gonna get into some Dynasty stuff in the near future. Maybe not next week, but pretty soon here. We're gonna have some fun, mix stuff up a little bit. Maybe, hopefully, get the website updated.
On Twitter,
bring our dual camera views back. All kinds of fun things.
I've been making a meme lately.
Don't follow us there yet. The hope is that the Twitter gets operational. We have one.
I've got a meme, dude.
We don't use it. No, that is the meme. Now stop. You need to stop plugging a Twitter that's dead.
For now, pod it will be on Twitter. Follow it so when that meme gets complete, then you'll see it first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or just waste. If you want to waste follow spots, then go for it.
You have unlimited.
I know they are unlimited. Well, a per day max. But we'd like to thank everyone again for listening. Like I said, we'll be back shortly. We'll try to have our stuff updated soon, and we'll try to have some more exciting content. Okay, no, you had your chance to plug.
Leave a like. Come on, it's that easy.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever the hell you're at, and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And leave a like.